Greetings, everyone. How's everyone today? We're going to talk a little bit about the meaning and definitions of words. Well, one word. Oh, I'm Kaiser, by the way. And this is a Stay in the Light broadcast. We got 2,000 videos. If those want to know more about what we talk about here, it's more of a tribal type of community network. And you don't have to look like me to be a member of the tribe, but your thinking got to be very, very close. Let's look at the word black, since we're talking about looking like me. I'm a long way from black. I'm not even close to being black. So let me ask you a question. Why do some of my people call themselves that? Because somebody told you to call yourself that. You know, you still have that childish mentality. You think you think another person is your father, is your mother, tells you who you are. He called you Negro. Then he taught you to be dissatisfied with that. Call you black. Then he told you, now be dissatisfied with that. Call you African American to make you think you're from another country. But whatever he tell you to do, you do it like children. You won't be free until you start calling yourself a name you decide. Free people define themselves. As long as someone defines you, you're not free. What color do you wear to a funeral? I'm going to say it again. What color do you wear to a funeral? You wear black, right? Why? Because it represents death, right? So how can you say in the same breath, I'm black and I'm proud of being a representative of death? How can you say that and be sincere about it? That's a contradiction, and the contradiction is in your thinking. You can't see black as being death on one end, and then on the same breath say you're proud to be it. There's a disconnect in your thinking. And the Bible speaks about people who are like children. Whatever someone tells you to call yourself. Yeah, they told you to call yourself black. I remember when it started back in the 70s. Jane Brown said, say it louder. I'm black and I'm proud. He never said it because he has his Indian, he's the Indian chief, a so-called Indian. That's another lie. So somebody told him to tell you to call yourself black and proud, putting you in a disarray started state of mind. Because if you are proud of being black, and black represents death, then by reasoning, you're proud of being dead. There's no other way to say it. That's all I got. Hey, what's going on, Angel? I'm doing okay. Teaching is what I do. What about you? Oh, Indonesia in the house. Hey, what language you speak in Indonesia? Indonesian, right? Write something for. Tell me, how do you say hello in Indonesian? Salam, dan. That's how you say it. Hello. Okay. Hello is all over the world means the same thing. Means hell. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. We don't call. We shouldn't call ourselves black here in America. That's what I'm saying. We're brown. Yeah, we're brown. When you call yourself black, see, let me tell you what's going on, Angel. Black is really it's a class. There's classes, there's skies as races. When you say a black, you saying you in the lowest class. That's why you're not respected, because you're putting yourself voluntarily in a low class. That's why when I was growing up and someone called us black, we fight. Not because we wasn't proud of being brown, but because we knew black was saying you was a low class. You was a person who was uncivilized. You was a person who didn't have any culture. That's why we fought. And I met a girl in Indonesia in college, and she told me her brother. I reminded her brother, and she was kind of light skinned, but her brother was my complexion. I said, "Oh, that's interesting," because most of the time we think of people outside of America being pale, but the first people in all these countries was brown skinned people. Isn't that something? It's just around 200 years that all these people are looking pale complexion. But before then, everybody was dark skinned. That's why you have dark skinned people in your country, in Indonesia. Every place you go, you're gonna find dark skinned people. That means they are the first people, the original people. But it's not really about color. It's a spiritual war we're engaged in. It's a spiritual war. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about. Anything you want to talk about? Thank you for coming on, by the way. Very good questions, Angel. Yeah, you're not black. You are brown. Why do you call yourself black? That's so stupid. You don't know what it means in law. You know that's a legal term. You're calling yourself a savage. You're calling yourself a lawless person. It also means you have no rights. Look up the term civil martus. Civil martus is a legal term. It means a person who has no rights. That's what black means in law. And you've been tricked into calling yourself black. So she's right. You're not black. Nobody intelligent call themselves black except people here in America. And they get upset with other people who won't call themselves black. They call themselves by their nationality. Yeah, so Puerto Ricans. Yeah, so Compleano. Yeah, they're right. They're not black. You can find a darker skinned African. He is not black. Black is a total absence of any color. You couldn't even see somebody somebody's black. Okay, enough on that. All right, thank y'all for showing up. I appreciate y'all. Till next time, watch my videos, subscribe. We have a chat. Find a link to the chat and we can talk some more. Okay, bye bye.